That loophole has actually been in place since March as well. Typically, what happens is the governments of Canada and the United States would introduce something that's reciprocal. And they did do that when it came to closing the land border.
Despite new travel restrictions, epidemiologists and travel industry insiders say Canada's border remains porous. After the federal government announced restrictions on flights to certain sunny destinations, Canadians can still book flights there. The trick? Book through a non-Canadian airline.
My concern is twofold. One is we're disproportionately punishing Canadian carriers while allowing a foreign carrier to do the same job, and that's not fair and will cause some resentment down the road, and that challenges our other mitigation efforts. Number two is it doesn't solve the problem then. So the problem was we have too many travelers from Canada going to these hotspots and coming back. Does this simply just move the problem to another carrier, but maintain the problem in terms of importing cases?
Canadian air carriers have suspended flights to Mexico and the Caribbean since Sunday, but airlines from the U.S. continue to book trips from Canada to destinations covered by the latest restrictions. As of Monday, American Airlines and Delta would still sell you a ticket from Toronto to Kingston, Jamaica, with layovers in the U.S. Industry expert Stuart McDonald says the problem is coordinating with America. While Canada is turning away American non-essential travelers, the U.S. is not.
Since March, when the land border was closed, Canadians have been able to travel to, from, and via the United States at will. So that, in fact, has been an issue that has been outstanding for some 10 months now.
McDonald says America is now reviewing its border measures, which is expected to be finished Thursday, and he says Canadians can expect Canada to close this loophole soon after. But when pressed in the House of Commons, Canada's transport minister couldn't say if more restrictions are coming.
It's still possible to take non-essential flights in Canada. While other countries like New Zealand and Australia have stopped all non-essential travel, why hasn't the Prime Minister put in place similar measures here in Canada to stop all non-essential air travel?
Our current rules are among the strictest in the world. We've been calling on all Canadians to avoid non-essential travels. We've reached an agreement with the airlines to suspend all flights that are heading towards most popular vacation destinations.
Now, McDonald says Canadian airlines are willing to play ball, but desperately need more support from the federal government. McDonald says countries which have seen stricter bans on air travel have also seen generous subsidies for the air flight industry. McDonald says despite the wage subsidy, that's something that still hasn't happened in Canada. In Ottawa, Xiao Li, City News.